Welcome to the Workplace Minute, powered by H3 HR Advisors and sponsored by Paychex, one of the leading providers of HR, payroll, retirement, and software solutions for businesses of all sizes. My name is Steve Boese. The stress of caregiving can be overwhelming for many U.S. workers. Nearly a third of parents have considered suicide or self-harm due to the overwhelming stress of caregiving, according to a new survey. The stress of managing caregiving responsibilities is taking an enormous emotional toll on parents who are losing sleep, breaking down in tears, suffering health problems, and even considering suicide, according to a Care.com survey. And that's on top of rising financial pressures. The financial cost of caregiving is rising, but the emotional burden is taking such a heavy emotional toll that parents are being pushed to the breaking point, according to the recent survey from Care.com. In its latest cost of care report, which polled 3,000 U.S. parents, the online marketplace for caregiving services detailed the stress of taking care of their immediate families, aging parents, and even their pets. The survey revealed that the stress of caregiving has caused 90% of parents to lose sleep, 80% have cried, with the number rising to 90% for mothers, 85% have sacrificed other life goals, 73% have lashed out at their loved ones, 71% are suffering health issues, and 29% have even considered suicide or self-harm. The level of stress and mental load on parents today has reached unacceptable heights, spurring detrimental outcomes, Care.com CEO Brad Wilson said in the report, which was published recently. We as a society cannot stand idly by while parents endure a daily depletion of their time, money, and energy taking care of those who depend on them the most. The report highlighted three key causes of the overwhelming stresses of caregiving. First, the financial cost of caregiving takes up 40% of household income, with 22% going to childcare alone. For the typical parent, that translates to spending $14,400 on all caregiving in 2024 and at least $9,600 on childcare. These costs forced a third of parents to dip into their savings. Second, scrambling to find care is also exhausting, with 52% saying it takes 2 months or more to find the right caregiving solution. Work schedule changes, budget changes, and one-time needs were among the reasons for needing help in finding reliable and safe care. Third, juggling everyone else's needs means the typical parents have just 3 hours a day to themselves, with that figure dipping to only 2 hours a day for moms. With so little time, parents have sacrificed life commitments, such as seeing friends, enjoying hobbies, spending time with significant others, attending parties, weddings, funerals, baby showers, and other family activities. More parents identified the government as a source of help, with 87% calling for an expanded tax credits for caregiving expenses. But importantly, 79% said employers could play a role via subsidized caregiving benefits. Employers who offer subsidized caregiving or on-site caregiving facilities can help address several of the stressors associated with their employees' caregiving challenges, like affordability, access, and support for their work and personal schedules. The Care.com report comes amid glowing alarms of the childcare crisis. It's also becoming a more prominent political issue, especially after lawmakers failed to extend pandemic-era aid that helped make care more affordable. The crisis has also converged with the housing affordability crisis as rents, home prices, and mortgage rates have all soared in recent years. In fact, the average cost of childcare for 2 children is greater than the average price of rent in all 50 states, according to a 2024 report by the nonprofit Child Care Aware of America, which also found that the price of childcare is more expensive than the average mortgage payment in 45 states. In our 2025 Workplace Trends report, H3 HR Advisors identified caregiving as one of the most important trends and issues for HR leadership this year. In the report, we wrote that, quote, for millions of U.S. workers, the most important and challenging element of our non-working lives are our caregiving roles and responsibilities. Whether it is providing care for minor children, aging parents, or other relatives, or persons working to overcome and manage disabilities, caregiving has become an essential part of life for millions of working adults. Organizations in 2025 and moving forward will need to focus on meeting the needs of their caregivers with flexible work schedules, enhanced paid time off and parental leaves, employee assistance programs, employee resource groups, special benefits for caregivers, and more inclusive policies that meet employee needs and expectations. We expect that organizations more responsive to the needs of their employee caregivers will be better positioned to compete for talent, generate more employee commitment and loyalty, and ultimately better job satisfaction, engagement, and performance. As with all the important 2025 workplace trends, we plan to expand upon these ideas and share further insights and expertise to help HR and business leaders better meet the needs of their workforces. And we will continue to follow this and all the important topics and trends in the world of work here on the HR Happy Hour Media Network. That's it for the Workplace Minute, powered by H3 HR Advisors.